Israel pushing U.S. to keep Trump sanctions on Iran, even if nuke deal resurrected. Jerusalem recognizes that Biden intent on returning to original agreement, but fears removing curbs could hamper future efforts to halt Tehran's missile program, regional expansion. Recognizing that the Biden administration is intent on returning to the Iran nuclear agreement in its original form, Israel has focused on convincing the U.S. to leave in place sanctions instituted by former President Donald Trump after the 2015 accord was signed, an Israeli official told the Times of Israel on Wednesday. Israel believes that the removal of those sanctions would squander the bulk of the remaining leverage the U.S. still has to pressure Iran on its ballistic missile program and its malign activities in the region, the official said. This position against the removal of Trump-era sanctions was passed along in recent weeks during successive visits to Washington by Defense Minister Benny Gantz, IDF Chief of Staff Aviv Kohavi, President Reuven Rivlin, as well as during Foreign Minister Yair Lapid's meeting with U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken. A source familiar with the matter said that Israel does not believe that the Biden administration will be able to negotiate the longer and stronger agreement it says it wants to reach with Iran once the sides agree to return to the original agreement. And it will be even more unlikely to reach a longer and stronger agreement if most of the non-nuclear related sanctions are no longer in place. A U.S. official told Toy that the White House recognizes the importance of maintaining leverage over Iran, but that sanctions are not the only form of influence at its disposal. The Biden administration has since April been engaged in indirect talks with Iran in Vienna aimed at returning to the nuclear deal, known as the Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action, which has all but fallen apart since Trump bolted the accord in 2018 and Tehran proceeded to violate its nuclear curbs with impunity. While the new U.S. administration has indicated willingness to withdraw some of the newly imposed sanctions in exchange for an Iranian return to compliance with the agreement, it has acknowledged as recently as this week that Tehran's efforts to continue enriching uranium risk blowing up the talks altogether.